Hi, this is Ivy with Homeschool on the Range. I'm very excited because our history curriculum finally came in. We've been doing school for about a week and I was late to order our history curriculum, but it's here. It's the brand new History Year 4 from The Good and the Beautiful, and we're going to take a look at what's included this year. I did order some extra books from The Good and the Beautiful, including the Genghis Hawks, or the Golden Hawks of Genghis Khan. I love how their books all line up beautifully on the shelf, and you can see what level they go with: 7, 9, 6, 7, 8. So there's no guessing what level they are. The Lost Kingdom, Redwood Pioneer, Jacqueline of the Carrier Pigeons, and the 3 Gold Doubloons. Some of these are for extra reading. Some of these are to go with other history curriculums that we've already read one book, and I wanted something new for this year. And it looks like because our order was delayed, they included the story of Eli Whitney, which I think is going to go with this particular year. So let's take a look. Year 4 comes with books, which I got mine separately. It comes with the timeline stickers that are going to go on the timeline you've already gotten from Year 2. And then it comes with your course book and your maps and images book. Just like in Year 2, the maps and images book contains maps and images. Not much of a surprise there, but they are beautiful images, and the maps are very well done. This is a great tool to put in the middle of the table so the kids can look at it while I'm reading and while we're talking about things together, and we can look at various aspects of the map. In Year 4, we have 4 units as normal. They take a classical approach, but with a twist. They do something from each of the 4 classical eras every year. So you're not doing a whole year of ancient history, a whole year of modern history. You do a little bit of ancient, a little bit of medieval, a little bit of early modern, a little bit of modern every year. In Year 4, we are studying ancient Rome, the Reformation and history of the Bible, slavery and the Civil War, and the Civil Rights Movement and post-World War II history. If you have not done a Good and the Beautiful course, which if you're doing Year 4 you probably have, but you don't have to do these in order, so maybe this is your first course. You'll want to go in and read the course overview, see what items you need, see how the course works, see what you're going to need, and we'll talk about that some more in a second. And how to teach the course, because it's done family style. So you sit down and everybody works together, and then you break off and each kid does their own age-appropriate activities. You can access these dramatizations and student explorers at this website. There is a password for the website. I did cover it up for the sake of the video. And then there are read-aloud suggestions also available there. There's probably anywhere from 5 to 10 books that are suggested for each of the units. You do not have to read all of those. You get to pick one book, or if you're very ambitious, 2. So in Lesson 1, we're using our Maps and Images book. We're doing some timeline activity. We're talking about ancient Rome. We're going to go listen to a snippet of the audio recording here in a second. Okay, older kids have a history notebook. This is where they're going to do some research. They're going to keep some extra notes. Helps to flesh out the course for high school level. Then you begin your read aloud. It looks like in not Unit 1, but in Lesson 1, we don't actually use the Student Explorers. So which books is our family going to be using this year? For the unit on ancient Rome, we'll be reading The Son of Charlemagne. For the Reformation unit, we'll be reading Out of Many Waters. For the Slavery and Civil War unit, we'll be reading Harriet, the Moses of Her People. And while I'm not sure if this is a book list book for The Good and the Beautiful, and it was not on the recommended list, when we get to the Civil Rights Movement and post-World War II history, we're going to be reading To Kill a Mockingbird, because I feel that this is a classic piece of literature that fits into that era, and I want my kids to read it in an environment where we will sit down and be talking about things together. So let's walk over to the computer and look at the other aspects. When you go to the History 4 website, I showed you that there was a password to get into that. This is what you're going to see once you've entered the password. It's the protected area. You can download your Student Explorers, The script for the audio dramatizations is there, a list of recommended read-alouds, and then a place to stream or download the audio. Like lesson 1 has one, lesson 5 has one. Not every lesson is going to have an audio recording. So the 1st through 3rd graders, Student Explorer, is primarily going to be coloring and timeline work. Some maps. You know, it's 1st through 3rd grade. There's a little bit of copy work, but that's what this one looks like. I will not be downloading this one because I don't have students in that age range. The 4th through 6th grade has some copy work, some coloring, it's got some lap book components, and it's got a little bit more than the 1st through 3rd graders. This one is still fairly elementary, but it kind of works on bridging that gap for upper elementary. We will be using the 7th through 9th and the 10th through 12th, and these are considerably more in-depth. You've got all of your basic stuff from the other levels, but then you also have extra readings, and you have research assignments. And this is for your 7th through the 9th grade. 10th through 12th grade has all of the same stuff as 7th through 9th grade, but it has section 2, which is your research section, and it has unit projects. What you do is you assign your student a unit project, and they have the whole period of the Ancient Rome unit to complete this. In this one, you find a book, which is free, and you read the chapters, you take notes, and then you do some critical thinking on it. It's not crazy projects. Some of them are going to be more hands-on than others. A lot of them are reading challenges and research projects, but it really helps to flesh out the course some. I have never used the audio dramatization scripts, but if you're having trouble streaming them, they do have them typed up here so that you can go through and read them out, or maybe your family wants to act them out together. And if you want to listen to what one sounds like.
What are you looking at, Kate? Hey, Lucy. I'm trying to figure out if this tree is going to blossom soon. Of all the trees on Uncle Henry's farm, peaches are supposed to blossom first. It's March 20th, and peaches blossom as early as March 21st. I think I can see some light pink inside the buds. Can you?
As Lucy scrunched up her face and leaned close to a bud, Jack came bounding.
So you can hear that they've got some narration, and they've got various actors and characters that are involved as well. The kids really enjoy them. They kind of involve a family and their history camp. And it's pretty good. So this is what History Year 4 looks like. If you haven't done 1, 2, and 3, we recommend those as well. But remember, you don't have to start in order, and I hope that you enjoy.